NBC6 News at 4.
Because not telling them the truth only confuses them more, especially in this day and age when everything's on a 24-hour media cycle and they're constantly seeing it.
Yeah, we're talking about your kids here. They're seeing the images, the videos, whether they've mentioned it to you or not. Chances are your children have heard about what's happening in Ukraine. So how do you answer their questions? How do we talk to them about war?
It's a question that I have because it came up to me yesterday. Shelly, I was telling you I was driving around with the boys yesterday, and my 5-year-old Sebastian says, "Hey, Mommy, are there soldiers here that live in Miami too?" And I try as much as I can to shield my children from the realities that we're living in. But Dr. Dara, a clinical psychologist, says we have to be honest and meet our children where they are right now. Give them the information, not too much, but what they need to know. Yeah. Take a listen.
Every child is at a different space and a different level. So it's our job as parents to really assess where they at so we can give them information at a level that they can grasp.
From toddlers to teens, make sure that they are informed and make sure that we feel comfortable as well when we're delivering the information, because they feel our energy and they take cues from us. But give them the information so that they can understand it and then make an informed decision themselves.
So how about breaking down the conflict in terms that they understand? How do we do that as parents?
You get down to their level, right? And you try to figure out what are their curiosities, what do they like? Take a listen.
Because you want to give them a metaphor that they can relate to. If they're involved in sports, explain it to them in a way that would relate to their soccer team, and explain it to that some of the players are making poor choices. We always want to identify it as the choices people are making and not them as human beings, because that creates more fear for children.
Fear for children. And I asked Dr. Dara DeLeon, like, how do we handle fear and anxiety? She said, we need to normalize it, because the second that you try to mask that, that's when they start to feel insecure about where they are themselves. So ask them questions. Make sure that they feel comfortable asking you questions as well to help navigate it. And again, we need to be okay with this subject matter. We need to make sure as parents and caretakers that we are educated and feel okay having this conversation first with our children. And the most important thing is make sure that you have 100% time, that they have 100% of your attention, and that you're not rushing this conversation. And then use things like maps, right? Maybe history lessons that our teens might be having at school right now to accelerate that conversation.
Yeah, really validate their feelings. That's the key thing here. And something that's really beautiful that's come of this is all the help that they're getting. And I think that really teaches children compassion. And that's a beautiful way to tell the story. Look at how many people here in South Florida are helping Ukrainians. So there really is a way to kind of control the narrative here and making it a learning experience. So thank you for that.
No,
that was really helpful.
Yeah, there's so many parents. We have the questions right, so you probably have them on the other side. So we're here to get through it together.